Hey, I'm Ben,
And I'm Tabitha. We have been traveling together for over 2 years now.
and have recently started our greatest adventure yet. We bought a 1978 VW T2 Westfalia Camper van.
Our goal isn't simply to take it to all the Instagram-worthy spots, but to find the magical hidden corners of the world.
We hope you'll come along with us for this great adventure.
Hello everyone, I'm Tabitha.
And I'm Ben.
About a year ago, Ben and I had a joint dream of buying one of these vans, and we never thought that it would come this quickly to us.
So we were in Alaska at a family home on Lake Clark. A friend of the family, as we were talking about having a VW, spoke about her son who was selling his down in Monterey, California.
She's like, oh, and they're thinking about selling it. And I was like, Ben, called him. I'll insert the different clips of the process of this whole thing. But that was back in July that we first...
End of July, yeah.
End of July that we heard about the van, and then over the last couple months, slowly yet surely made it ours.
It's easy to see it when you've got it and when you're kind of making these things happen, but there was a lot of behind the scenes of working out finances.
Yep.
And how we were going to afford it, knowing that you don't go into this kind of vehicle and it's all ready to go. It's not a T5 transporter. It has a lot of things that need to be done to it. Luckily the engine's solid.
Yeah.
And also the main bodywork is solid with some cosmetics to be dealt with. But yeah, it's going to be a labor of love for sure.
Yeah. And going into it, we didn't see it before we bought it. We had just seen 2 photos and 1 video, but because it was a family friend, we trusted their integrity of not selling us a rust bucket or something that didn't run very well. There were a handful of things that when we got to the bus, we were like, oh, we didn't realize that we'll have to fix this or replace this or clean this up. So we actually got it, and there was like a layer of dust over everything, and like it hadn't been cleaned, and there's quite a few things that we'll have to put money into to get it to its best state. Obviously it's an old car, so it's gonna have personality, dings here and there, which we're not too worried about. Little things that we'll want to fix just for aesthetic purposes and some comfort as well, but overall she's in really good shape.
Yeah, for a 45-year-old girl, she's not doing so bad.
Not doing bad at all.
There's little things that are easy to change out that make you feel better in the immediate. So there's a chrome bumper on the back that is rusted, so that will change out. We changed out some of the forward lights, which was a really quick fix. Yeah, there's been some things along the way already, and there are dings and dents in it, but I think that makes it more usable, more real-world friendly than having a show-ready vehicle that you're worried to park everywhere.
Right. So it's ours, it's home, and we love her.
Yeah, we'll find a name for her, and if you have one or a suggestion,
Yes.
then let us know.
Please let us know down below.
I'm going to work through all the little things. There's a lot of tinkering to be done.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoy the next few minutes of our first introduction to having a 1978 VW.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever ridden in one before, even though my parents had 2, my grandparents had 1, my aunt and uncle from the other side had 1 as well, but I've never been in one, so it was very, like, I had 0 expectations and 0 experience on what it would be like. So enjoy the next bit as you see the raw introduction to camping life or van life for newbies. I'm in the car waiting to pick up my brother at the airport, and Ben's inside. So I thought I'd take this moment of time to say that Ben and I may have found the VW camper of our dreams. We are just praying that based off the price that they gave us, that includes that the engine is totally good. Yeah, really hoping and praying that this is the right one, because it's down in California. It's from a family friend. And yeah, so I just wanted to do this little tidbit, because if we do get it, then you know, today was the day that we messaged the people who have it. So fingers crossed.
That's super cool. So I guess you take care, sir. Okay, bye.
What? It's a cozy Sunday morning. Got our cute little mugs, and Ben, what are we doing?
We are signing the bill of sale for our van.
So excited.
This makes it true.
This makes it real. This is what's happening.
Okay, you ready?
So ready.
What day is it?
It's the 23rd. Our dream is coming true.
Boom.
It is T-minus how many days? 5 days.
Yep.
Until we pick up our van. We're flying to Monterey to pick it up. That signature makes it real. So excited. It's the night before, and I think we're all packed. I don't think we're gonna be warm enough. Ben, what were you just saying?
I think it's gonna be fucking cold. I don't know. If I've got a t-shirt and trousers and some socks, I'll probably be like a little heater for you.
Right.
We'll
keep me warm.
We'll take an extra little travel blanket.
Yeah.
That kept us warm in Anchorage Airport.
Right. So if it kept us warm in Anchorage.
And in Fairbanks in winter.
Oh, that's right. Then I'm sure it will do the trick.
We'll take that and then
It'll be a small space.
I've got a hoodie.
You've got a hoodie?
Yeah.
I think we're packed and ready to go. Alarm set for 7 a.m. The start of all of our dreams coming true. So excited. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Look at these colors. So first 20 minutes of the day, and I run over my bag.
Communication is key. Don't assume that
Your partner put rocks all over it. Don't assume that he's gonna put the bags in the car, but carry it. You make a good bag, because it went completely up under there, and that's really the only noticeable damage. She still rolls. She's a little scratched up, but she's still doing good. Good start, ain't it? Yeah? Okay, so we made it to Monterey.
Yes, we did.
I'm trusting him that he knows where we're at.
Fine, just give me a second.
Getting really excited. It doesn't feel real. So excited. We're in the wrong spot.
Okay.
We got dumped by our Uber driver because he wasn't willing to drive down a gravel path. So we're having to carry all of our shit to the car. There she is. Sorry, it's a little shaky. in the evenings when we're trying to sleep, or afternoons, put them up. What do you think?
I think this is going to be a cool ride home.
A what?
Cool ride home.
Heck yeah. Oh no, which key is it?
Why wouldn't it be that one?
Well, you would think it'd be the one with the black. But that's a new car key, so which one looks the
I hope
oldest?
that's not their truck key.
Should we double? Ah!
We got it.
It's the old key.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey guys, this is the new van that we bought. It's a VW bus. It's a T2 model, back from 1978. We got it down in Monterey. We don't know how many owners it's had, but probably quite a few given that it's 45 years old. So we bought it in the Champagne edition with the brown and the cream, and there's a few chrome extras on it. It's a Westfalia edition, so we have the pop top as well. Come on around, we'll show you around it. My shoes, as always, not usually on my feet. You'll come to see that as I'm driving. We've got a single slide door and these slapped windows. We have a very primitive petrol tank or gas tank, and it is air cooled, so there's no radiator in there. We'll see how summer goes. It's currently moving into winter, so prone to overheating, but we shall see. We have the engine underneath, and it's a 2-litre pancake engine that's got carbs on it. We'll probably change some of that out at some point. And then we've got in the back here part of the bed, but some storage and oil, because it loves to burn oil. And then round on this side, we have more of the slatted windows, ventilation. We have electric plug-in, we have a water plug-in, and also drainage for a sink. And then here we've got the driver's side, and then we'll show you that when we go on in. Alrighty, let's take a look inside. We'll talk about that sliding door a little later. So inside we have the rail to get on up in. It has got the original carpet in there, and we'll probably change out at some point.
They sold it to us dirty.
Yeah. We have some storage where we've got some cleaning products, some cooking things, and just some basic utensils. Again, in here we've got a water, got a couple of utensils drawers where we're starting to collect some much needed things, such as some tools, WD-40. We're learning more about that as we go on. Under here we have our stove and also our sink, and we're yet to work that out and get to grips with that, but we'll see that in future episodes. Being a Westfalia, we do have the pop top on it, which gives us the ability to stand up, have more space, and then we've got a bed up here that folds out. So we can sleep 4. Under here we have storage. We're starting to collect some things that are a little more mechanical in need, and cleaning. And then, alright, the second bed just under here. We pull, push, and then we bring this down. There you are. Now, we have a little more storage in a little closet and a mirror. Say hi, Tab.
Hello.
Which we keep a few spares in. We're still working out the storage. Up here, we have a little more. Probably make that some kind of clothing.
Yeah.
Then we have some cubby holes here. And that's us. In here we have a heater. Again, these are all things that we're just trying to get the grip of and work out.
It doesn't work.
That we know of yet.
That we know of yet.
In here, We have our cool box. Again,
Doesn't work.
well,
That we know of.
these are just things, they don't necessarily not work, we just haven't worked out how to use them.
Yeah.
But it's got some fins in there. Apparently these are really good if you put ice in them with the little radiator fins. They stay pretty cool for a long time.
Is there a little table that...
Yep,
Where's the tabletop?
it's under the seat, but
Oh.
we got 2 sizes of table there. So they're also really good if we want to convert it, but they take up a lot of space, so we just remove them for now. And then in the front we have our little cab. We got 2 seats. There is a little stool here that can go in the middle, where we keep our front curtain. All the curtains are original. We'll probably look to change them out at some point for something a little bit more light blocking. We have a little glove box where you keep some batteries and bits and bobs. We have a stereo from the original that it came with, and then pretty basic we have a clock, which we hear generally all night, speedometer, and we also have fuel gauge and a couple of lights. The ones to pay attention to, obviously the oil, because it burns a lot of oil, and the battery light, and then we've got a rev counter here. So with a little bit of luck, we'll just, I say a little bit of luck. Alright,
There she goes.
there she goes. Manual, so we have a clutch in here, of which there are 4 gears, and they are a little bit of a mystery. We generally find 1's over here somewhere, 2's over here somewhere, 3 somewhere up there, just past the handbrake there, and then 4 over here. But not the easiest. Reverse, you have to press down and move in, and then you've got the little handbrake here to release that. Ooh.
It's missing this.
There's a lot of details that we'll look to replace over time.
This doesn't work.
This is a little bit stuck, and so we'll want to work on that. We just don't want to break it, and these we'll probably replace.
Yeah, I'd like to get the mirror on there.
And we've got a nice little wooden headlining. So we need to put some oil on that because it's pretty brittle. But that's our van.
This is my spot because I don't know how to drive stick, so I get the passenger seat, princess seat. I really love this seat. It's super comfortable. I have tons of knee room if I want to readjust. It also has this like lip here down at the bottom, so I can put my feet up, which is a game changer for long drives. The side paneling is kind of coming off over here and down here because these aren't fully intact, so water gets in here, gets in the door, and it's kind of deteriorating this side panel. So eventually we'll need to replace that side panel. And also you can see the ground through the floor, which is kind of funky.
In multiple places.
In multiple places.
I think it was something that was a little bit of a shock to Tabitha, but I've had classic cars before, and it's just the rustic way that they were made, and it's something that adds to it. This steel front here
usually there's a cover.
is the front, and so there's aftermarket covers you can get to replace, but this is how they came. And so there's nothing really between stainless steel or steel shell and the wind buffering against it, so it gets pretty cold when we're driving. The heater is somewhat non-existent.
This is the heat controllers, but it's definitely quite ancient.
Yeah, 1970s for sure.
Speaker, because there's no speakers in here.
Well, unless you
there
want to listen
are.
to the radio.
Someone put speakers on, but we don't really listen to the radio. Good tune.
That's about the extent of that radio.
These lights right here, which you can adjust if you just want them on at a certain point, or if you want them to turn on when the door's open. There's also this one right here, which saved our butts because it obviously gets dark. It's raining really hard right now. We have a pad stuck right here because when the car runs, this rattles. And so we improvised and added a pad in there. It helps a lot, actually. A big thing we want to change is this carpet, because look at this. It's pretty rough. And if you look over here, there's like bleach stains, and eventually our thought is to get some kind of like wood flooring to maybe match the ceiling, because then we can just sweep all the dust and dirt out rather than having to vacuum it. But that's the bus. We're trying to decide a name. I think it's Rue.
I'm not sold on that yet.
So if you have any name suggestions, please leave them down below. We think she's a girl. We think she's
Definitely a girl.
Definitely a girl. Thank you so much for watching our video and for coming along with us on this exciting new adventure.
Part of the adventure, for me especially, is getting used to this new process of documenting with video. So we hope that as we grow into our new van and other adventures, that you grow along with us and see that growth in yourself as much as the things that we experience and the way that we handle ourselves as we travel around.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe down below, pop down below and say hello. We'd love to chat with you through the comment section. If you have a VW camper and you have recommendations or tips, please leave them down below. Or if this is something that's your dream, again, chat with us down below. We would love to start conversations. Thank you again so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next Sunday. Bye.